to a new series on the channel.
Bang bang, here we go.
Peonage for Hire. So we're gonna play through each of the missions. I'll probably cut out some of the town-based travelling. I'll leave a little bit in there just to give you.
It was the last stretch, and I was starting to get serious deja vu.
Predominantly, we'll probably do an episode per.
Now, where did that bastard go?
So, straight off the bat, I am immediately trying to search everything, loot everything. There's got to be hidden stuff all around here. I absolutely love the art style of this game. The soundtrack to it is just amazing. Fits with the theme. Really does make it an oddly atmospheric game. It's not to say it's, how people normally sort of hear atmospheric and think, oh, no, this just really fits the theme and gives it so much charisma. It's really good.
Yeah, opening the door ain't
This
rocket
first one here,
science.
we're just sort of following the tutorial, following the little tips and tricks. They do it really nicely with these signs. But everything's pretty much intuitive, at least. Things a bit more like the Doom, where you walk into
Jumping
an arena, you know
with
you're
style.
gonna get enemies. Each of those areas have resources, health, ammo.
My joints ain't what they used to be.
Really good art style. Continue showing some of the footage, some of my dubious shooting, shall we say. We're thrown into this first.
So now there's just one of you, huh?
Tutorial section.
Wasting my
Really
time.
not given much of an idea about the story other than we're following someone through this airship. We've got a weapon wheel that we can select. I'm going to be honest, I very much ignore that weapon wheel pretty early on and just use the mouse wheel as well.
Come on. Oh, finally.
The hand-to-hand combat, the fists, they're pretty good. They do take me a little while just to get used to. It's not necessarily there's a rhythm to it, but you need to. You do have a stamina bar. You do need to sort of time your shots to sort of avoid damage. This little mini game is a really unique way of doing lock picking. I get this wrong. But it's a really nice way that you're using your tail just to sort of like hook the tumblers. There's a few variants of that in the game. They're all just really well done.
Uh-oh, we got company.
An arena with this restaurant room. We do only have a pistol at the moment. Tutorial on the little. I'm allowed to call them puzzles. They're not really puzzles. It's fun to switch. But it's very much this early stage. I'm not used to the stamina bar, how much I can push my luck with it. But this game is sort of one of those sort of great boomer shooters where. The point isn't to get knocked, get hit. You are going to get hit. It's just making sure that you're able to, dispatch all of the enemies whilst still dealing with everything. But yeah, this lock picking minigame is really good. Certainly the locks that are required for the story, you give them plenty of time, plenty enough chances sort of to do it. Certainly on the normal difficulty, which I'm playing at the moment, is really much more straightforward. Some of the other lockpicks, they come with timers, they come with, you can only do it in a certain number of moves, which adds a bit of variety to it. It's nice to see a game that doesn't.
It's
use
over. You got nowhere left to
the
run.
same Skyrim
I
style
run toward the
game.
dream! A bright future ruled by big mice!
Oh, you absolute... Hey! Hell.
We're chasing. I mean, the voice work is stylistically really sort of fits in. It's the whole sort of jazz, sort of smooth jazz soundtrack. Nice story and it's a refreshing style compared to there's plenty of articles about not tempted by those gambling machines. I'm sure we'll try. Almost win. Nothing from that again. So, move on. Again, the thing that I'll do a lot in this is just trying to explore, find out where all the secrets are. You can see there's some gold and some loot there that I want. Can't see a way in from this way. Can't shoot my way in. Just gotta find where that links up to. This is a really nice touch as well. You go into a event and you just really can't see anything until you use your torch. I like that touch. You can probably work your way through them, but without the torch you genuinely can't see anything as it would be.
Whoa. What was that?
Typewriters to save on, haven't figured out what it is. More than enough that you need, so we'll skip a few. But yeah, just getting used to it. This early stage, you don't know what's really
Guy's got stamina, I'll give him that.
Play cautiously. Still looking for any form of secret I can find. See what I can interact with in the world.
It's a trap!
Just continue to find a way through the Zeppelin. So this is one of the other lockpicking safes. See, this one's on a timer. You've got to do it within a certain time, and there's spikes as well. They all give sort of different sort of monies. Sort of different rules for still a bit rough around the edges with my fisticuffs, but we'll get there. Still just swinging, no defense. Still assuming there's going to be secrets around every corner as well, so there's a lot of exploring to be done.
And another.
Still chasing
What
down
is
the
it
guy.
with this guy in
So I now got
elevators?
up or down. Didn't pay attention to which way he was going, so you go down first. I think figure out that the bad guy's going down at this point. So let's check up the top, see if there's any secrets, and lo and behold, got another comic strip. the game's interesting for secrets. Sort of, I want to say there's 3 main secret types that I've found so far. I've got more episodes scheduled. There's the comic strips. There's the little toys you can get, and there are also blueprints you can get in them. I mean, this lockpick attempt I very much failed. It's one where you got a certain amount of moves. I don't manage to figure it out in time. I think I fail it on time just because I used too many right at the start, and I haven't figured that one out just yet.
Oh, won't make it to the end.
But as this one's one of the sort of story ones, you don't get any timers for it. It's just take your time, get it done. The environments in this game and the art style is absolutely fantastic. The fact that everything interactable is almost sort of very much
Stop
moving
right there.
and pops off the screen.
Hell,
He's way too far. I can hear
know
you
what
just
you can-
fine, you meddling mouse.
really? With the engines and the wind?
Don't care.
Fair enough.
You know what you can interact
I'll be
with.
there in a blink, all right?
Not a chance. This is the end of the line for you.
We'll see about that.
It's the next arena.
It's a
Quite a
trap!
bit of involvement at the moment. Not many enemies at this point. Search for more secrets. It's unbelievable. See if I can destroy anything here. See what's hidden. Why not?
You rocked the boat too hard. This is where you fall down.
What a crappy...
Line!
Some falls don't begin in the sky. They begin in quiet rooms, with friendly voices and fondue bottles. Mine started a few weeks back. The sky was just the exit wound. It began with a call. Routine. Familiar. Wanda from the Mouseburg Herald. Usually she swings by the office with a lead. If it pans out, she hears it first. It's simple, really. She gets her story, I get a few bucks to stockpile cheese, and for a moment, Mouseburg gets to breathe easy. But that day was different. She was tight-lipped. Meat on sight, details later. Had to be someone big. Recognizable. The kind that only says, oops.
So yeah, Mouse PI for hire. I was going to cut all of those sort of start credits out, but I absolutely love it when when games just embrace the cinematicness of themselves.
Jack, over here.
What's this about, Wanda? Care to toss me a cheese crumb? Or are we doing our usual tug-of-war?
I can give you more than a crumb, Jack. I can give you a magician.
A magician? What, like some wacko waving a stale mozzarella stick in front of a bunch of bored middle-aged mice?
Ah, something like that. But this one disappeared mid-show, right in front of a handful of surprised mice. Some say it's a kidnapping. Others, I figured it might interest you. Goes by the name Magnificent Bandle. Or whatever.
Bandle? As in Steve Bandle?
One and the same. You know him?
You could say that. All right, I'm going in.
Hold your whiskers, Jack. You're not gonna get past the yellow tape without cred. Or a pass. Here.
But it's you in the picture.
Let's just say the officer guarding the backstage is, intellectually innocent.
I'll give it a shot.
So yeah, really cinematic. I will aim to sort of leave all the voiceovers in and sort of, pause the commentary through those. Again, we're still on the explore. There must be stuff hidden. Again, I've tried to keep this as unfiltered as possible. So I'm not going to filter anything out. If I die, I die. Well, I'll show it. We'll restart from checkpoint. If I am terrible and I get lost again, we'll keep that.
No entry without an ID.
Oh, here you go, officer.
Oh, looking great today, Miss Fuller.
Oh, you...
Classic guard without two brain cells to rub together. The interesting thing about this game as well is, yes, it is a, quote unquote a boomer shooter, but you're also a PI, so you're also trying to find as sort of clues you can that may be scattered throughout the map as well. So there's some method in my madness for looking at every nook and cranny, trying to find everything. So the interesting thing with this is I thought I'd made a mistake because there's a guy sat out in the audience. So I was adamant that I must have pressed the wrong lever or something, but it seemed fine. And interestingly, as much as I didn't make a huge amount of noise with that guy.
All right, let's get this
didn't
over
really
with.
seem much of a stealth section. So we're just picking up some clues for our investigation.
Life's treated you pretty good, huh, Steve?
So take a photo of the poster. It's a rabbit in a hat. Some names and addresses. A lead to the next part of the investigation.
An address book. Huh. Steve had an assistant. And she lives nearby. All right. The coast is as clear as it's gonna get.
So, quick save. Although we are technically still in the tutorial elements. Still trying to figure out what I can and can't break. So, just been introduced to armor. As with all of these shooters. Still terrible at punching.
Of course. Flies
Still
always
taking a
swarm
little time to
rotten
get
cheese.
used to that one. Maybe we'll get a bit better of it. I think I just end up just using guns all the time until I run out of ammo. At least even with terrible shooting, I'm not close enough to them to worry too much. And this is the other thing that you can pick up within this game: baseball cards. I'll do a little video on sort of the little baseball mini game. Seems to be a thing in a lot of games these days where you have some form of mini game alongside collectibles. You know, things like the Witcher 3 had Gwent, and there's a few other little mini games in other games. This one's a sort of really quite nice sort of theme to it. It hits the time period quite nicely.
That was a speeding ticket for sure.
There we go. Better at punching.
A lot of heat for one crime scene.
Nope, not gonna punch you. Even though I'm in melee range, we'll just shoot you instead. Get and explore everything we can. Get any of the health we can. Another safe. Not on a timer, which is nice. Although I do still mess it up, even with it not being on a timer. But I don't mess it up too badly. I am terrible still, but we get there. We push through. We're constantly exploring for secrets. Some strange rooms with some skeleton mice having a party. Skeleton mice. I don't know what they're after. Didn't really find anything sort of outside of a bit of coins. Continue heading up.
Damn.
Again, we're still in sort of effectively
Shinglers and their
first sort of
explosive barrels.
first mission, so we're still getting plenty of tutorial prompts about sort of other little game elements that there are. Shoot the barrel, open the door, and there's a explosive barrel. Although I think if I could use that explosive barrel on one of the walls that I'd gone past, I think one of the walls in the corridor could have been exploded. Didn't enter my mind. Again, I'm a bit shit every now and again. The true Acme way of cartoon violence. Just got to figure out where I need to shoot it. There. Anvil on noggin. Best way to dispatch a bad guy.
Oh, whack you, pal. Feeling lucky, punk?
Still just wildly throwing those swings.
Tough guy.
Switch to the pistol. Dispatch them at range. The combat is very fluid in this, but again, like a lot of these, it's it's not a rhythm game, but there's almost a rhythm that you get into when you really start truly getting the combat down for these. You probably don't get it in this, and sort of, you know, until like mission 2. Use the environment, use the barrels where you can. This is the sort of point that I really start using the movement. The tools that you're given and you just sort of dodge.
Going down. No other way
Get
around.
things done, sort of. I'm never gonna say my gameplay's efficient, but at least a little more stylishly, we'll say. More collectibles for the comic books. Quick look for more loot, more money. See if there's any other secrets hidden about. Down the subway we go.
Hey, watch it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, really interesting art style. That everything is that, you know, 1930s
Coming through.
style. All of the other characters, I suppose, even yourself.
Never heard of
Although,
patience?
you know,
Ever heard him move?
Yeah, welcome to public
everybody's
transit,
2D.
bub.
In this 3D environment, it's great. I think this is one of those games that if you like sort of boomer shooters and you like the art style, you'll very much get on with the game. Grab a blueprint. We don't know what to do with those yet, but we'll pick them up. Oh, get some armor. So as I'm sort of playing through this, I don't think I'm doing this in the most efficient way possible. You know, the switches I find because I stumble across them, not because I'm specifically looking for them. Generally, the way I play a lot of games. You know, I try not to go into many games that I want to play myself. It'll never be hugely efficient. It'll always be figuring it out as we go. Although there may be a few series on this channel where they're games that I've played before, and so I've got a bit of an insight to them. Planning on starting a series of one of my favourite games. Maybe the gameplay of that will be slightly different when we get to it. Making use of all those exploding barrels. Don't necessarily need to save the ammunition. Dodge the melee boy. Turn around for a punch. Now we're on for looting. Yeah, it's really nice to explore this world. It's really well done. You know, and if the nice thing about this art style is if I've got this on fairly sort of crisp and clean. You can turn the film grain. You do get options to sort of turn the film grain up, turn the overall graininess of it up, so you can make it look like you're playing this on a very old TV set, you know, back in this, you know, in the day and age that this is set in. My eyes are bad enough, so I decided to just keep it on fairly crisp. Gunfight in the sewers. Try and dispatch the range ones first where we can, if we've got the space. Another massively inappropriate heal that we didn't really need there. Wasn't damaged in the slightest. Still had a drink. So I think we go up these stairs. I think this is the way out, the way I've got to go. But again, we've got to explore for those secrets. See what we find.
Hey, don't shoot me, son. Mike Maple is the name. Yeah, smells like the devil's bunghole. But at least it's equally warm here. Now, listen. I ain't got that much time to talk, and you got a job to do. So, you better hurry. I heard some baddies going up.
That's too bad. They should definitely go down.
Again, if I hadn't have explored, you don't get little interactions like that, which I think are really nice that they've added in off the beaten path. Another nice small little combat section. And we're leaving the subway.
Yeah, this is the place. Now, which apartment was it?
I think the one thing this game does really well, I say the one thing, I keep saying the one thing this game does really well, but another thing this game does sort of surprisingly well is some of the humour with it. It's daft, it's very silly, very tongue-in-cheek, but it is the type of things you'd find in a cartoon of the era. You know, certainly one of the bits, you know, like meeting the man in the toilets. Again, we'll meet some more on the way where, you know, the humour just cries out. It may not be everybody's taste, but so it fits the theme. It's you know, it just gives this game a hell of a lot of charisma. So that's the door we need to go through, so, you know, might as well explore while we can. Now we've got to talk to Betty Fiddle. Odd little shrine, odd little sort of elements for the story that you get. All these sort of things are the sort of the leads and the clues that you're after for your case. They sort of steer the story.
What in the...
And that lady is split in two. She was a magician's assistant, I suppose. Bit of a collectible newspaper. I think they give a little background to the world. I think this one, I enjoyed this one. Is instead of the bootleggers created NASCAR back in the day for Prohibition, the cheeseleggers created the race.
Jeez Louise, lady. You're in pieces.
Yes. Oh, Steve was so good to me. And now, without him, I just can't pull myself together.
Well, I mean, Never mind. What happened to you?
What you mean, what happened?
Well, not to double down on the joke, but you look, you know,
Yes?
a little broken up, somewhat detached.
I sure am. And I still have to find a new job.
This is going nowhere. I'm looking for Steve.
Well, who isn't? He went poof, and now some mobsters or other are trying to get the money they lost on the show. We're ruined.
Hey. No one's gonna hurt you. Anymore. All right. Any clue who'd want Steve, you know, disappeared?
Who wouldn't? But apart from the small gangs and the mobsters and the crazies and the girls and the police and the...
Okay. Let me just stop you right there. Now, give me the first thing that comes to mind, all right? Go.
Ooh, the party.
Not really the best time to celebrate.
No, the politicians, the big mouse party. Yes, sir, he did rub shoulders with them more than once. He did like them haughty perfume girls and boys, but he likes the politics more. Just ask the stage designer.
Which stage designer?
The stage designer. He tagged along with Steve and his new buddies and did some gigs for them. He's working in the opera mostly.
Oh, you could have started with that. The case stank of crime or cheese. I had to go back to the office and figure out which.
So that is the tutorial level completed for Mouse PI for hire. So we're going to head back to the car, head back to the office, which I'll start next episode at that point. So hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate the watch. Add any comments or feedback in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to support the channel and see more videos like this. We've got more sort of playthroughs on the way. As we dispatch these sort of last little fight, I wish you all a good day. Thank you for watching. Thanks a lot.